Hi, and hi, and welcome to Rational Expressions Day 4. Today we're going to be dividing polynomials. Um, if you have a polynomial divided by a monomial, which is just one term, all you need to do is divide each term by the denominator. So 8 divided by 2 is 4, x to the fifth divided by x to the second is x to the third, and then I divide negative 6x to the fourth by 2x squared, and I will get negative 3x squared. So for this problem here, first I'm going to divide those two terms. So negative 24 divided by negative 6 is negative 4. So it's 24 divided by negative 6. X to the third divided by x is x squared. And x to the fourth divided by y is y to the third. Now I'm going to divide my middle two terms. Negative by negative is positive, so it's plus 3x, because x squared divided by x is x. Y squared divided by y is y. And then the last term is negative 6xy divided by negative 6xy. Because they're both negative, it becomes positive. Because they're exactly the same, we put a 1 in its place. Long division is something that is new to you. And for long division, what I do is I have x plus 2 divided by x squared plus 6x plus 8. If I have two terms that I'm dividing by a binomial, then I have to move over 2 places, and I put a little dot there so I know that I'm going to do that. Then I always look to the first term of my binomial, and I ask myself, instead of dividing, I ask myself, what do I multiply x by to get x squared? Well, I multiply x by x to get x squared, so I write the x down on the top up here, and I say x times x is x squared, and I put it down below. X times 2 is 2x. Then, when we divide, we have to subtract what we just did, so I put a minus sign out in front, which means everything on the inside changes to its signs. So these become positive and negative, so that cancels out with the x squareds. And then 6x minus 2x becomes 4x plus 8x, or 8, we bring down the 8. Again, I look back to my first term, which is x. X times what gives me 4x? Well, plus 4, so I put plus 4. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. So again, when I subtract, I change all my signs inside and everything cancels out, and I'm left with 0. So for the first one, we have b plus 3 that needs to go on the outside. And then on the inside is b squared plus 5b plus 6. Let's be here. I have two terms, so I go over 2 places, and I put just a little dot so I know where to write my first term. B times what will give me b squared? Well, that's b. B times b is b squared. B times 3 is 3b. Now I'm going to subtract everything. So everything on the inside changes to its opposite. The b squareds cancel. 5b minus 3b is 2b. And then bring down the plus 6. Then I ask myself, what do I multiply b by to get 2b? Well, that would be a plus 2b. Or plus 2, sorry, not 2b. No b. My bad. Plus 2. So 2 times b is 2b. 2 times 3 is 6, so it's plus 6. Then when I go to subtract, everything changes to its opposite. So my 2b's cancel out and my 6 cancels out. So I'm left with 0. For number 2, I have x squared plus 1 divided by x plus 1 divided by x squared minus 5x minus 6. So 2 terms, I go over 2 places, put my dot. X times what gives me x squared? Well, that's x. So x times x is x squared. X times 1 is 1x. I'm going to subtract. Change everything on the inside to a negative. So my x squareds cancel. Negative 5x minus x is negative 6x. Bring down the negative 6. X times what will give me negative 6x, so that'd be negative 6. So I put a minus 6 up here. Negative 6 times x is negative 6x. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. I'm going to subtract, change everything to its opposite on the inside so everything becomes positive there. And this cancel, and I'm left with 0. We will try this again in class. This was kind of quick, and it's probably new, but we will do it again in class. Good luck.